Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today we begin this segment at a junction with I-55 and US Highway 6 in Will County, Illinois. We're now firmly into the Chicago suburbs, and the scenery is changing quickly. Gone are the flat green prairies, and everything takes on a grittier, more urban look, as is to be expected when approaching any large city, in this case the third largest city in the United States by population. The grass on the sides of the road isn't well maintained. There's patchwork on the road surface and evidence of not yet completed construction projects. Like I said, typical of any big city where there's just not enough money in the budget to make everything look perfect. At exit 250 we see a junction with I-80, which has the signed control cities of Indiana to the east and Iowa to the west. Of course, these aren't cities, but states, and this is where we come to the realization that 3 of the 4 states that begin with the letter I are in a row east to west on I-80. To prepare for this junction of 2 major interstates, as well as entry to the second most densely populated area in the country, I-55 expands to 3 lanes to handle the huge volume of traffic that this highway must carry. But this is when I, as the driver, noticed that the highway was eerily empty. You as the viewer aren't getting the full effect because you can't see into the rearview mirror, but you can see that there are a couple of cars just ahead, and I could see in my mirror that there was nobody behind me. My biggest source of anxiety when driving into any large city is gridlock traffic. I hate being in stopped or crawling traffic, but as I drove this stretch of road I thought maybe we were coming into Chicago at just the right time. 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, nobody's out and about, we'll have the highway to ourselves. But I would soon find out that I was sadly mistaken. We're in the village of Shorewood, which has a population of 18,186 as of the 2020 census. Growing out of its origins as a resort community along the scenic Dupage River, Shorewood has emerged as a regional leader in high-caliber residential development. Shorewood has beautifully equipped parks and a town center that boasts a splash park and a bandstand on a series of lakes. We're now getting into the city of Joliet, the county seat of Will County. Joliet is the 3rd largest city in Illinois with a population of 150,362. The city was named for Louis Joliet, who, with fellow explorer Père Jacques Marquette, paddled up the Des Plaines River and camped on a huge earthwork mound a few miles south of the present-day city site in 1673. Attractions in Joliet include a Route 66 Visitors Center, Chicagoland NASCAR Speedway, and the Rialto Square Theater. The very first Dairy Queen opened in Joliet in 1940, although that site is now occupied by a church. Joliet is the only city in Illinois to have 2 casinos. In the 1980 film The Blues Brothers, John Belushi's Jake Blues is nicknamed Joliet Jake as he was imprisoned at the now-closed Joliet Correctional Center. The Joliet prison has been a site for many other films and television shows such as the film Let's Go to Prison, and the opening season of Fox's Prison Break was filmed predominantly at the Joliet prison, at which time the prison was still in use. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it to be notified of when our new videos come out. And give us a thumbs up or hit the new super thanks button if you enjoy our videos. Here, I-55 is flanked by the villages of Bolingbrook to the left and Romeoville to the right. Romeoville is home to a National Weather Service forecast office, although bulletins issued by said office begin,
"The National Weather Service in Chicago."
Romeoville has a population of 39,863 as of the 2020 census, while across the interstate, Bolingbrook had a population of 73,922, making it the second largest incorporated village in Illinois. Bolingbrook is a product of the housing boom of the 1950s, built on what was once farmland. The village was incorporated in 1965. Bolingbrook is home to the corporate headquarters of nationwide cosmetics retailer Ulta Beauty, vehicle floor liner WeatherTech, and Goya Foods, among others. Historic Route 66 has joined us again for the last time on I-55 as we approach a junction with the I-355 tollway, also known as the Veterans Memorial Tollway. I-355 runs north-south as we're heading mostly to the east on I-55 now. I-355 opened up Chicago's western suburbs to commercial and industrial development when it opened on Christmas Eve in 1989. As a Christmas gift, the route was toll-free for the first 48 hours. As we pass under this assortment of flyover ramps, we enter Dupage County in the village of Woodridge. More on that in the next video as we're running out of time for today. We finish up today's video at mile marker 270. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.